Why did this happen this way? Let us now attempt to diagnose this social situation. What actually ails the system of medicine and healthcare? In order to diagnose that, we have to realize that at the root of this social disease, we have conflicts of interest. These are embedded in the system, and like a flare-up of a chronic disease, these conflicts have come to the surface in the last 2 years. First of all, we have the interaction between the medical industry and the state. In this case, we can have strong financial ties to the legislatures at the local and federal level through pharmaceutical lobbying, which accelerated in the beginning of 2020.
I think the pharma industry has one of the highest ratios of lobbyists to members of Congress of just about any industry out there. So that is part of the public's grievance, as well as a lot of money that just flows up here in the form of campaign contributions, etc.
With pharma spending millions in the first quarter of 2020, this outpouring of funding generates a clear conflict of interest embedded into the political system. Let us look into an example of the conflict of interest between the industry and the government, also known as regulatory capture. The British Medical Journal highlighted the issues of conflicts of interest in the CDC, since a major portion of the funding comes from the very industry the CDC is supposed to oversee. And the FDA is not much better, since nearly 75% of its funding also comes from the very industry it is supposed to regulate. These are fundamental institutional conflicts of interest. No matter how many well-qualified people occupy positions in the CDC and the FDA, the very foundation is infected by this conflict of interest.